I want you to read. This is the new rules of the house for you. Go read and read loud and take your time.
Kareem Jr., your pops and myself are teaching you how to be responsible.
Okay, start over and read it clearly and louder because I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it.
Kareem Jr., your pops and myself are teaching you how to be responsible. Meaning of responsible is being accountable for something or having the ability to meet your obligations. It can also mean being the cause of something. If you want your allowance of $30 for the first and for the 15th of each month, which is a total of $60 each month, you have to complete all your chores and follow the home rules and school rules every day. If you do not do a chore or follow the rules you are given to do, you will have $2 taken away each chore that has not been done, and your phone will be
I can't hear.
turn
Your phone will be what?
turned off the next day.
Read it again. Your phone will be what?
Turned off the next day.
Your phone will be turned off the next day. Read it like you know it. Come on.
Your phone will be turned off the next day. You have to do this list of chores every day.
You what? I can't hear. I'm right close to you and I can barely hear you.
You have to do this list of chores every day on your own without being told to do so. And if we have to remind you to do them more than one time until it's done, you will lose $2 and your phone will be turned off.
I can't hear.
And my phone will be turned off. Okay, I read it.
Turn it on the other side and read.
Kareem's everyday chores. Wash dishes. Take out the trash.
Wash dishes, take out the trash. What else?
Make up your bed.
Make up your bed.
Clean behind yourself.
Clean behind yourself.
Clean your bedroom.
Clean your bedroom. Those are two different things. Making up your bed and cleaning your bedroom is two different things. Because your bed is made up doesn't mean that your room is clean. Just because your room is clean doesn't mean your bed is made up. Two different things.
Clean the bathtub.
Clean the bathtub because you're the only one that use that bathtub. We don't use it. We use our own. So that's your dirt. What else?
Clean the toilet.
Clean the toilet. Yes, you're really the only one that use that bathroom. That's that bathroom. You're the only one using it. So that's your pee. Clean behind yourself. What else?
Clean the kitchen counter.
Clean the kitchen counter because you think only washing dishes is cleaning the kitchen. You need to also clean the counter too when you wash dishes. What else?
Place it on the other side of the folder.
Place what?
My work.
No, what you got in your hand? Yes, you're going to place that on the other side of the folder that I'm giving to you. That will show us that you actually looked at it. Finish.
On the other side of the folder when you have finished your chores for the day.
So every day you're going to go into the folder. Where's the folder at? Right here. Every day you're going to go into this folder like I showed you.
Get on.
Move, Cinnamon. Your big brother is being lectured right now. Every day, this folder right here in my hand, you're gonna open that folder up. Look at what I'm showing you, because I don't want you to act like you don't know what I'm talking about. It's gonna be on this side every single day. You're gonna take it out. You're gonna go over it. You're gonna walk around the house and you're gonna make sure all this is done. When it's done, then you're gonna put it over here on this side. All right? Then when we open it, when you're done, you place it on the table every day. So when we come here to open it, if it's on this side, I'm gonna assume that you never looked at it. And I'm taking $2 from you. Now, if it happens to be on this side, then I know that you put it over there because I'm not going to put it over there and your pop's not going to put it over there. You're going to be the one that have to put it in the sleeve like I just did. It can't just be laying there because you saw how I just opened it and it flipped back over there. That's why I need to be in the sleeve. I'm teaching you how to follow rules and be responsible. I'm not raising, hear me well. I'm not raising you to be a man who don't take care of his responsibilities when he clearly knows it must be done. You hear me? Do you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
It's not hard. You got some simple stuff to do. You just gonna have to do it. What else? Finish reading because you ain't done. It still got some more after you place it in the folder. Okay? Finish the rest.
Sweep the bathroom.
Sweep the bathroom. You have that bathroom upstairs.
And this one.
What else?
Mop the bathroom floors.
Okay.
Sweep the kitchen floor.
Do
Do not play with fire.
not play with fire. What else?
Come straight home from school.
Yep, come straight home from school. What else?
Do not go to the store without money.
Never go to the store without money because that's what makes you tempted to want to take something. What else?
Do good at school all the time.
Do good at school all the time.
Do not let people in our home without
My permission, yes, because I don't want no one here that I didn't tell you it was okay for them to be here. I don't want to come downstairs and someone sitting in the damn living room without us saying it was okay. You hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
That's your new rules. Do it seem like a lot?
Yes.
It's really not. Because some of the stuff you ain't gonna have to do every day. You ain't gonna have to mop every day because the floor ain't gonna be filthy every day. When you see it filthy, you need to mop it. Taking out the trash. You're not gonna have to take the trash out all the time, but when it's full, take it out. So that means some things you're not gonna do every single day. Washing dishes. Sometimes we don't use dishes. Sometimes we use paper plates and paper cups. You might not have dishes to wash. Maybe a fork or two, but you're gonna have to make sure that's clean. You don't just sit there. So you're not going to have a lot to do. You think it is. Now, your room, that's a whole nother story. Yes, you got to clean that every day because you the one that make that mess. What I'm teaching you is that I am not going to be the one that's going to keep cleaning up behind you while you mess up. I cleaned this whole house up 2 days ago, and you sat and watched me do it by myself. You didn't even try to help me. But then right after I finished cleaning, what did you do? What you do? What did I get on you about?
About dirtying up.
What was my pet peeve? Tell me that.
About dirtying up the house when you just cleaned it.
Yes, that's one of my pet peeves. I can't stand when I just finished cleaning, someone come right behind me and start making a mess. It's one thing you make the mess and you clean it right back up, but for you to make a mess and leave it there after I just cleaned it, that's a problem for me. This house ain't gonna be filthy. We're not gonna do filth. We don't do filth. I'm not going to live in filth. You're getting older. You're going to learn how to take care of a home too. Another thing, when you turn 12, see, you're 11. You got a few more months. You'll be 12. You're going to start washing your own clothes. I'm going to teach you how to wash your own clothes. I'm not going to keep washing your clothes. So every year is going to come with a responsibility that you're going to have to learn to do. Okay? You ain't gonna live with us forever. And you're gonna have to learn how to be responsible. You all right? No. Especially if you say no, that's your problem, not mine. You'll thank me later. Oh, you say no now, but you will when you become grown and you realize that all the stuff I'm teaching you actually need it. You gotta earn what you want, baby. No one just give it to you just because you ask or because you think you cute. Put that in the folder. And that calendar. Look on the back of the calendar. Turn the folder over. Turn the folder over. Turn the folder over. Turn it completely. You're not to touch that. You're not to take it out. You're only to look at it.
Yes, ma'am.
January, it's going to show if you did or did not do your chore. If you did not do a chore, I'm going to write it on that calendar. You didn't make up your bed before you went to school. It's going to be written on the day that you did not do it. That way you can't say you forgot. Oh, I didn't know. No, you knew, because when I get up in the morning, I look in that room and I see, because you get up at 6 o'clock. I don't get up that early. That means that you had plenty of time to have that bed done before I actually came out of the room, or your pops came out of the room. And that bed ain't made up. That's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to write on that folder, did not make up the bed, deducting $2. And then when you see it, you got nobody but yourself to cry about.
I'm not even going to cry.
And then the next day, your phone going to be off because I'm going to turn it off. All you can do is make emergency phone calls.
Okay.
Take the stuff seriously. I'm not playing with you. I told you that I was getting fed up with the stuff you was doing by not listening to us. I'm over fed up. I'm not getting there. I'm past there. I've already spilled over the top. I'm falling off the cliff. And the only way I'm going to not hit the bottom and really get over ecstatic and really mad at you, you better start doing these chores and taking this stuff seriously. You hear me? You hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't play that. And I ain't going to keep playing. And another thing, I just want to let you know. Your school don't give you homework. I hate that they don't give you homework. I don't know why they don't give you homework. Stop digging in your nose. Ugh! Your school don't give you homework. I don't know why they don't give you homework. That bothers me and your pops a lot because you need something to do when you come home. So guess what? You get mommy homework. I will be creating homework for you. Right now, you finna go. I'm finna put some stuff on for science. You said y'all studying rocks, right? You're studying rocks. Okay, we're gonna get to the rock segment, and we finna learn some rocks. And what else? I talked to your teacher today. I talked to you. We are on one accord. Okay? So whatever you think you can get away with, you're not. I'm going to always know what's going on. So right now, let's get some science done. Go wash your hands. You just digged in your nose. I don't want you touching on everything. Before you know, you don't have it in your mouth. Go wash your hands. Come on back. We're going to do some science. Yep. You just dropped that. Pick that up. This is what I mean by cleaning up behind yourself. Pay attention to what you're doing. Didn't I tell you you're going to see another side of me that you ain't going to like? If you keep doing the crap that you keep doing, eventually you're going to see that other side. Well, hello, she's here today. She just showed up. And she ain't going nowhere until you turn 18 years old. You just met a new mama. Whatever. What you tripping off of? I wanted you to sign that so you know that you read this. I don't want you to ever act like you did not see or hear or read or know about what you're supposed to be doing. We shouldn't have to tell you what to do every day. You should just get up and get started. I'm not telling you that you're going to have to be perfect, because you don't. But I am telling you, this time for you to start growing up and be responsible, because you keep doing the same old stuff all the time. We constantly repeating ourselves over and over and over. You already know what you're supposed to do. You know them dishes got to be washed. You don't wash your dishes every day. Don't I wash dishes too? Don't I?
Yes.
Especially if I'm cooking. I always wash dishes. I do not like dirty dishes before I don't like a dirty kitchen, period. But I definitely don't like when I'm trying to cook. So, you know, if you're eating food and there's dishes, the least you can do is to clean it. You being fed, you being clothed, you been housed, you doing we take care of you. Least you can do is help take care of the home. All of us live in this house. All of us. And everyone who live in here must pull their weight at some point, some kind of way. I didn't tell you that you got to do everything. Did I even say anything about vacuuming the floor? Did I even put that on there? I didn't do that, did I? Because I do the vacuuming. I don't mind vacuuming. I would do it. So there's still stuff that you don't have to do that I will do. I just want you to sweep the floor because you don't want to come in here with them dirty ass shoes and track the flow up and have whatever else you be doing. Thank you. I stand when people are lazy and all they want to do is complain all the time and never want to get up and do something with themselves and expect for someone to give it to them, especially when someone is trying to teach you how to get it for yourself. That's what I'm doing with you. I'm teaching you how to do it for yourself. Have a seat. I'm not playing with you, son. Do you hear me? You should never be comfortable at the bottom. Like I just said, the only thing the bottom is good for is for you to look up to see where you want to go. Never stay there. Do you hear me? I'm not playing with you. And the older you get, the more I'm going to be on you. Because you're getting closer and closer of getting grown and getting out of the house and being on your own. You will never be able to say your mama didn't teach you nothing. The struggle is real in this world. Everyone is going through something. But you don't understand. I just showed you videos of the stuff that's happening in LA right now. People's houses are on fire. They're losing everything. You should be grateful that you still got a home to be in. So never take for granted what God has blessed you with and what God is keeping you with. Because just as well as he gave it to you, he can also take it away from you. Do you hear me? And don't take me for granted with your holy socks. I don't know why you keep wearing them socks. I buy you new stuff. I don't know what you do with them. You better start listening to me and paying attention. I'm not going to be here forever. You're not going to be a kid forever. It's going to come a time when you're going to wake up and you're going to be a particular age, which means you're going to be grown and on your own. And I pray that I'm still here. But if I'm not, you can't say I didn't teach you nothing. If he's bothering you, move him out of the way. Put him on the floor. Your teacher just texted me a few minutes ago. You just read what she said, that y'all going to be doing tests next week. Maps. So I need to know, what are y'all learning? Talk to me.
What we're learning is about rocks and stuff.
Okay, we just went over the rocks. She said something about some maps. Tell me about the maps. This is why I don't like that y'all don't bring home homework, because I can't see what you actually learning in class to be able to follow along with what I need to help you with.
Well, we don't be actually going. Okay, we don't be going over maps like.
Locations.
Yes.
So what are y'all actually going over so I can go over it with you? And believe it or not, I'm very good with geographic. I'm good with maps. I can tell you how to get somewhere just by looking at a map. I can tell you exactly where we are, where we're going. I'm good at that because I love to travel. Always have. And that's what I do for a living. So come on, talk to me. It's funny that you got someone right here under your nose who is doing the things for a living, and I can sit here and walk you through it and show you how to work it. Put your knee down. I'm talking to you. I cannot see your face. I need you to talk to me about what y'all are learning in the classroom about maps. Tell me. If you can't tell me, that means you ain't listening.
We're not even learning about math.
Then why would she text that about just y'all learning maps and that you need to go over it because y'all gonna be testing over this next week? She said you're gonna be testing over everything. So tell me all the stuff that y'all learning.
For math, we're learning about. Wait. I can't specifically say it because I don't know what it's called.
And you should, because I'm pretty sure
I'm
they said the name.
I'm doing good in it. I just don't know what it's called.
Is it decimals? You know what decimals are?
Yeah, we're doing decimals.
Are you just telling me that, or you just saying it because I said it?
No, we're actually doing decimals.
And you couldn't know the name of something that you actually supposed to be learning? I'm serious, because I don't understand how you don't know the name. And I'm pretty sure the teacher said the name. It's called decimals with a dot, with the numbers. What else y'all learning?
Well, that's what we're doing for right now in math.
Close your legs. And what else?
And Jesus Christ.
So you're learning decimals in math. Science, y'all learning about rocks. Geography, you're learning about maps. Come on.
And for art of thinking, we're learning about slavery.
They teaching that? Really?
Only my only teacher, my Mexican only teacher.
Seriously? I thought they took that out of school. I'm glad that they didn't.
Ask him.
No, I'm not asking him. I'm just appalled. I'm surprised that all school haven't taken that out. So what y'all learned about slavery? Tell me about what they've been teaching
about what they do, about what they did with slavery.
Who was enslaved?
Harriet Tubman.
Total black people. Okay.
Frederick Douglass.
So you learned about Frederick Douglass. Oh, y'all gonna be taking a test over Frederick Douglass?
I don't know. They never said we were gonna take a test about Frederick Douglass or Harriet.
But they're teaching you about this. About to close your legs.
Sorry.
So they're teaching you about this, right?
Mhm.
What else?
And then my reading teacher.
What you learning in reading class?
We're doing about writing. That's what we're learning, writing.
What kind of writing?
Like writing. What we're doing is writing not decimals, periods, apostrophes, and all that.
That's not writing. That's actually punctuation. That's English.
She's doing that, and she's doing writing.
So you learning how to use the correct punctuation in the right spots, in the right locations.
Yes.
And what they mean. What they mean. What they mean. That's what you're learning, right?
Yeah.
So what is a comma for? What do you do when you get to a comma in a sentence?
That's like part of a sentence.
I know, but what do you do as you're reading a sentence and have a comma in it? What are you supposed to do?
I stop there and then move to.
You pause for a second. That's what you do. That's what the comma is for. It's for you to pause for a second and then continue. So when you have a period at the end of something, what does that mean?
That means it's a whole sentence. That sentence is telling you something.
Telling you to stop, right? It's telling you that's to complete the sentence. Okay, when you have a exclamation, like two quotations, not exclamation, when you have a quotation, what does that mean?
That means it's the exact words of what it's saying.
Yeah, it's the exact quote of what someone said. Expression, that's what it is. When you have a exclamation, like an exclamation point, what does that mean? You know what exclamation is? With a line and a period underneath it.
Oh, that's like excitement telling you like something is serious?
Yeah. Okay. You do understand that. All right, so let's get to doing what we got to do. But that, I'm not going to play with you with the learning. I tell you this every year, but you're going up the scale, okay? We're not falling off the scale. We're going up. All right? Why is it so hard for you to understand that? Because you didn't believe me when I told you that this year was going to be different from the other years. You didn't believe me, did you?
I actually did. I mean, I already knew that. Mom.
Then why are you acting so funny right now? Why are you acting like this is surprising?
Because I hate it.
Okay, so what? Hate it, but still get it done. I don't like exercising, but baby, if I want to keep my figure and I want to stay in good health, I'm going to do it. But I know one thing, when I do it, I feel good when I'm done because I have more energy.
Well, when I do that, I don't feel good.
Well, you will when you graduate.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be happy to know that you actually completed something and you can use your diploma for something to go to college.
Literally, when I'm going to graduate, I'm going to be talking about how I hate it. So
I really don't care what you talk about. It's what you actually do. You can tell me all day long that you hate something that is good for you, but as long as you do it, that's all that matters. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. It's Friday. You're supposed to be having a good time, but you're not because you've been playing around, thinking that I wasn't going to figure out that something is not right.
Was this whole thing... Did this whole thing start because of that?
Because of this morning? Actually, it was my trigger. I have already been thinking about this, but this morning you set me off. And I was just over it. When I said that I fell over the cliff, that pushed me over the cliff. Because I've been telling you, I'm getting fed up. You keep doing this and you don't want to listen. You want to keep doing what you want to do. I'm getting fed up. I said, you're going to get to a point where I'm going to be at the edge. Then when I got to the edge, I said, I'm at the edge. The only thing you can do now is push me over the cliff. You don't want me to fall over the cliff because things are going to change. And that's what happened this morning. You pushed me over the cliff for what you did. And that was with lying.
How did I lie?
What did you do when you walked through the house with all that stuff? What you say?
Oh.
You led us to believe when it was actually not that. That is what pushed me over the edge. I don't like to be lied to, especially being deceived. That was deceitful.
But Mom,
don't deceive. Mom. What?
Let me say it in the best way I can.
I hope so.
I know you're going to get mad at me for saying this. I already know. You are going to get mad at me for saying this. I might as well just say it and you yell at me. But anyway, well, no, you're not going to yell at me. You're not going to get mad. You're just going to say it. You're not going to get mad. I don't know. Let me just say it. But I'm going to be honest. Let me say it. Those snacks were actually for you. Now, I didn't lie about that. I did actually lie about that. Because when I brought those home, those snacks were for y'all. Yes, I ate the Chocolicious, and yeah, but that's one item. But those snacks actually were for y'all. But the reason why I tried to sell them, because I was thinking to myself, I don't got no money. And then plus, I wasn't even going to sell a lot. I was actually going to sell a little bit and bring the left home. Leftovers home. I'm telling the truth. I'm not lying. I promise. I'm not lying.
Do you know where the problem came in at?
Where did the problem come in at?
When you came through the house. You said, I was in the room. You said, Mama, look what I got. And I came and I saw you with all this bag full of junk food. And I said to myself, this is what he spent his money on? And then I said to myself, I hope you didn't spend all your money. Your dad gave you $80. Please tell me he didn't spend the whole thing on cookies and candy and chips. And then you say, "Oh, I got $16 left over." And I said, "What the?" And I said, "Okay, you know what? This is the reason why your dad gave you all that money, because he wanted to teach you how to manage your money and see what you're going to do with it." I already knew what you're going to do with it. That's why I was like, no, he don't need all that money. Just give him a little bit at a time, like what I'm doing with your allowance. But he said, "No, I'm going to give it to him all at once, and you just tell me how that he spent it." I will tell your dad how you spent your money. I'm going to let you know that now, so that way he can correct the situation. Another reason is this is where you went wrong with. You told me out of your mouth, this is for us. This is for everybody in the house so we can have some snacks. And I say, okay, that's fine. Then I said, I'm going to leave it at that, but you know you're not going to eat all this at one time. I'm not going to probably eat too much of your snacks because of my intermittent fasting, so you won't get me to eat too much of that. But your pops, on the other hand, he would love those Shagalicious because that's something that he getting addicted to. But at the same time, you say, oh, well, he can have these Shagalicious because I don't really like them like that, so he can have them. And I kept telling you, stop saying that because that's not true. And you kept saying, no, I don't want them. I said, yes, you do, because I know you. And then you was like, oh, okay, well, I just stopped talking. Then the very next day, you started eating those Chocolicious. And then when he went to go and get them, they was pretty much gone. You only had 4 left in the bag. He got to his feelings and started thinking, I thought he got those for me. And I said, well, I thought he did too, but I knew he didn't. That's why I told him to stop talking and not to share something that he didn't really want to share.
Yes, ma'am. Look, I know. I know I was wrong. I know I was wrong for doing that. That was my fault. I shouldn't have said that. And I should have done that. If I was going to do that, I should just brought it home, left it in there. Because what I was actually thinking to myself, what I was actually thinking to myself, because I overdid what I was thinking. I was actually trying rest. Yeah, I was actually thinking about eating a little bit, like 5 pieces, and leaving them in there for him. But I overdid it. But I overate. I ate most of it. That's what I was actually thinking.
This is where you went wrong at. I'm going to keep showing you where you went wrong. This morning, you put all those snacks in your backpack. You took out your schoolwork, your folder, and left it here at the house when you're supposed to take it to class with you so you can do your work. So you were more focused on those snacks than you were with your actual schoolwork, which drove me over the cliff. Because if you would have left your freaking folder in your backpack with the snacks, I probably still wouldn't have said nothing. But because I didn't see nothing but snacks in there and you left your folder here, I was livid. Because you don't go to school just to sell some freaking candy and cookies. You're not going to school to make a profit. You're going to school to learn how to make a profit. So you took your education as a joke, which really put me in this position that I'm in now. I told you, and I'm telling you again, I don't play when it comes to your education. You are a black boy who's going to be a black man. I'm not raising a dummy.
Yes, ma'am. See, I understand what you're saying. I understand. Now, see, it's a good thing you said that. I understand what you're trying to say. Yes, I left I don't take my education as a joke. Yes, I love my thing. I love my folder here. Yes, I should have at least, if I was going to do that anyway, without even care or whatever, I should at least left my folder in there. So that was my bad. I understand what you're coming from, but no, I don't take my education as a joke. I actually don't. Yes, I might not like education and learning and stuff because I might think it's boring, but I do still actually try my best. I try my best to focus in class.
You have gotten better. I will give you that. Your teacher told me that all those packages that's in that folder is for you and her to go over. And she said, yes, you were supposed to have brought it to class today. And that is why she told me to go over it with you here at the house, which I don't know why you just don't have homework, so I can go over that at home. But I'm going to leave it alone because maybe that's the system that they got going on right now because I see school is changing. But I'm going to tell you now, I don't care how far schools get off track and change. You not going to be no dummy.
But it's a good thing you said that because now it's time to say it. I'm sorry for this morning. I'm sorry for those past times when I didn't pay attention. And I'm sorry for, and you just talked about it like an hour ago. So, yes, and I'm sorry for getting in trouble in Bay City, giving my grandpa a hard time, being bad when I wasn't supposed to, and then acting up in school, cutting up in school, walking out the classroom, doing all that. I want to say I'm sorry for that. And I'm sorry for jumping out the window, which got me to Bay City in the first place, acting up in school, and just doing the most to set a bad example for me. So I want to say I'm sorry for all the past things I've done because I learned.
Are you?
No, actually, I promise. Actually. I know that was wrong. I know what I'm doing. Yes, I actually apologize. And I'll start doing better.
You know one thing, I do know you know what you're doing because the psychiatrist told me that your IQ test was off the freaking chart. She said that you definitely know what you're doing. That's why I'm on you like I am. Because you're smart. But you're not going to play us like you're dumb.
Yes, ma'am. And I want to also say I'm sorry for... I should have said this a long time ago. I'm sorry for the past times where I've been rough, like been stealing from Pops. I will never do that again. Giving you a hard time. Those other years when we was here and seeing all that, I will start doing better, and I will start listening more and pay attention.
Okay, well, we're going to start with your responsibility calendar.
Yes, ma'am.
So every day you know what you're supposed to be doing.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you do this and you do it consistently, and I mean consistently, that means that you know every day when you wake up you got something to do.
Yes, ma'am.
And you get to it without us having to tell you twice.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's okay for us to tell you once, but to tell you 2 and 3 times, now it's getting overboard.
Yes, ma'am.
That will show us that you actually are really sorry. Sorry don't come from just saying I'm sorry. Sorry comes from changing your behavior and showing
the
us
actions that you are. And I want to also say, I'm going to do better. Because I know this past week and stuff, I've been effing up. I've been doing a lot of stupid stuff. And yes, I understand I didn't have to buy y'all that stuff. And I understand
I don't have a problem with you buying it. I have a problem with you telling us that you bought it and then decided to not give it to us and use it for something else.
Yes, ma'am. I know that was wrong. It was actually for y'all. But then I wanted to make a little money and then just spend it because I wasn't thinking about what I said. So I understand, Mom. I understand where you're coming from.
In the future.
Yes, ma'am. And I gotta think about my goals for what I want to do when I grow up. For my future. And yeah.
Yeah, you need to put some thought to that because we need to start working towards that.
Yes, ma'am.
But in the future, pertaining to this situation from what happened this morning, I don't have no problem with you want to sell candy, chips, stuff like that, as long as you're able to do that. As long as the school don't have a problem with you bringing stuff to school to do that. I will find out. I will ask your teacher them is that's okay. If they say it's okay, that's fine. But I have to teach you how to do it the correct way.
Yes, ma'am. I understand what you're trying to say. What you're trying to say is you don't have a problem with me telling you, saying that I want to sell snacks. You just got a problem with me saying that these are for y'all and then trying to sell them.
I have a problem with you giving us something and taking it back.
Yes.
Bottom line.
Being an Indian giver.
I don't even like to use the word Indian giver because I don't know if that's really real, if the Indians really did that or not. So let's not use that term.
Yeah.
Let's just say don't give something and then take it back. What's a gift is a gift. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
What time is it?
It's 7:29.
You still got some time. I meant to put on there too your curfew hours. You already know your curfew hours.
Yes, ma'am.
They don't change. Bedtime is still 9 during the weekdays, 10 weekends. Because me and your pops got grown things that we want to do.
I understand.
All right. Handle up. Do your business. We finna look at some more. Now I'm going to look at some maps. Learn about some maps.